Sonja James. She's the principal of Sheiko Elementary right here next to us of Civic Center TV. So great to have you here on the Oakland County Megacast. We know you're extremely busy, so thank you for trying to be with us.
Oh, no, thank you for having me.
So we've been watching as you guys have been returning to school, and I have to say, I get here when the small kids are being dropped off. They are so adorable, and to see them all standing out there in their little mask, it makes my heart melt every morning.
I know they are adorable and they have done a really nice job from the little itty bitty babies to our fourth and fifth grade students. They have done a really nice job of reentry. And I think the way that the district has rolled out our reentry plan has been it's been phenomenal and it's been working very well.
I will say, back in the beginning when we were first talking about this, and they were saying, hey, some of these young kids were going to have a mask. I'm like, how are you going to have a 4 year old or a 5 year old with a mask on? But it seems like everyone is complying, and I'm sure a lot of that has to do to members of your staff and the teachers or who are helping to navigate this world. So our hats off to all of you over there, and to say thank you as well. But if I can just kind of jump into it, I know that you are helping to lead a project of trying to get some books promoting diversity into the school district and the school itself. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, the brainchild behind that is actually our I Center teacher, which is Miss Shahenda Van Nostren. And she's been very instrumental as a part of the work that we've done this summer with the anti-racism resolution that the district passed this summer. It's been our charge to ensure in terms of looking at the 11 bulleted points and focusing really in on that curriculum and making sure that our students see themselves in the types of books that we're reading. So not only just what we're doing curriculum wise, but getting kids engaged and being able to see themselves through literature.
I love that the school district is doing this. And when you take a look back in history, you have to remember, even from the beginning of time when history was being recorded, that was usually being recorded from the eyes and the opinion of the elite because they were the ones with the access and the resources and were able to read and write back during that time. So we wonder about all this history that maybe we lost because we didn't have diversity back in the beginning of times to help shape our history and to mark these important moments in this world. So to be able to have the kids, because West Bloomfield is such a diverse community, for them to be able to see and recognize it is such a great thing that all of you are doing. But I also kind of wonder how hard is this measure in the middle of a crisis in a pandemic as well, because there are so many things grabbing the
There's so many things
attention.
that we're working on, right? Well, it's called school. It's what we do, and it is in terms of the teacher's commitment to really look at what that resolution states and what's going to be best for our kids in their learning, and especially in this climate that we're in, unfortunately, just making sure that we are addressing some of the social justice issues with our kids, that we are having those conversations, and that we are representing every student in the building or across the district. We are also fortunate that our PTO was able to raise funds. And, you know, the fortunate piece of going into COVID was that we had extra funds from that was left over from PTO that we could just start right out the gate with ordering the books for our eye center. And I tell you, those books go off the shelves pretty fast in terms of kids wanting to read. And our eye center teacher, Ms. Van Nostrand, does a really nice job during eye center time with the students, highlighting the various books that we have. Now, like what we do here at Sheiko, our fifth grade students right now, they put in an order and books are delivered to them in the classroom, so that they're not leaving the classroom to check out the books, but they have the list of books that are there, and they go online and they order. It's a pilot, and we're just starting with that with our fifth graders. And then for our third and fourth graders, we're taking the books around for kids to be able to select classroom by classroom. So we have to be very creative with how we approach it, very dedicated to the time that it takes for our Ms. Van Nostrum to go into the eye center and actually conduct an inventory and looking at what do we have currently and what do we need in order to have that balance.
Sonja James with us. She is the principal of Sheiko Elementary, joining us on the Oakland County MegaCast today. Just another minute or so with you, Sonja, before we have to let you go. Is there anything else that would be important for us to know that we haven't talked about yet today, or any other information you'd like to get out to the Sheiko Sharks family?
Oh, to my Sheiko Sharks family, I would just say, one, I just want to thank our parents for their support, because without our parents' support and them allowing us the grace in terms of just getting the ball rolling and getting kids in school and having to pivot from time to time, the grace and flexibility that they have allowed in just their commitment to students logging into Canvas and working with us, it has just been a really good rollout and a really good collaboration between home and school. And I just want to say thank you to our West Bloomfield community for their work, along with my teachers and all teachers in West Bloomfield, because it has been a huge task, but they have done it very well.
Well, we so appreciate your time with us here this morning on the Oakland County MegaCast. I know that you're extremely busy. Maybe we can have you on again a little bit later, and so we can speak with you a little bit more in depth about everything that is going on over there at the district. But like you said, thank you to you and your team and to all of the team members over at the West Bloomfield School District, because you guys have been doing an amazing job of trying to navigate this and go with the flow on all of these changes. So best of luck with you in the coming months as well.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. And I'd love to come back, because we have a little free library that I didn't have a chance to talk about, and just some other things that's happening here that I would love to share. So I welcome being able to come back and speak with you guys again.